guys, welcome again to our channel, Green Flag, Red Flag. So this is a place where we talk everything about building a godly relationship, building a godly marriage, and of course living a life of purpose that God wants you to live. My name is Muyiwa Joseph, and with me is my darling, sparkling Inamuranta.
Yeah, my name is Joy, Muyiwa and Joy.
Alright, so thank you for joining us today. In our last video, we talked to the men on how to help their wives in making sure that the house is clean and how to play their role in making sure they live in a clean and healthy environment. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about something spectacular. It's called building the bonding of marriage. So this episode is basically for those who are married. So if you're not married, of course you have a lot to gain from this video as well. So, but essentially, we have noticed that people, when they're in a relationship, I think they get to talk almost every day. They talk all the time. They talk about everything.
Because sometimes they do even night call. People are talking from midnight to morning.
So, but then when they now eventually get married, the level of communication now drop.
Yeah.
And it's a huge concern. It's really a huge concern because it is expected that when you eventually get married, the level of communication should increase.
Yeah.
I remember one day, my wife told me I need a WhatsApp again.
Yes. Like I think I just saw his name on my WhatsApp and there was no message. And that was unusual because before we got married, there's always a message from him. But after we got married, nothing for like how many months from my husband. And I said, you don't need to send me a WhatsApp message.
Okay, so that can be explained. And I'm going to explain it very well.
Okay.
So before we got married, of course, we were not together. So the means of communication our major means of communication was WhatsApp, right?
Yes.
So, but now that we're married and we're in the same house, our means of communication is our house. But essentially, communication is supposed to upgrade from your relationship to your marriage. It's supposed to actually go up. And we notice that in most marriages, particularly the ones that we have seen, not all of them actually, but majority of them, the moment they get married, the level of communication just drops. So they don't get to talk those things they talk about while they were dating. There are so many reasons for this, of course. There's so much to think about. There's work to think about. Some people, the moment they get married, exactly.
Yes.
So there's just so much to think about that they really don't have time for communication. But that is not justified. That is not to justify the fact that we don't communicate. We actually have to communicate. And there are some certain things that we can do to help us bond together and help us to improve our level of communication. So we have some tips that we're going to share with you today in this video. And we're going to, as we share them, we're going to also give some kind of explanations to them and as to how they have helped us to build our own level of communication. So, my wife, on our list, what do we have as number one?
Okay, we have praying together.
Okay.
Yeah.
How would you explain that?
Prayer is basically communication with God. But again, if you and your partner are not really communicating, like praying together becomes hard. So usually when you pray, like for us, we hold our hands. So to some extent, it's like a form of non-verbal communication. We are holding our hands, we're showing that yes, we are together, we care about each other, and then we are telling God our problems. There's a way that it just make us connected. I don't even know how it works, but there's just that connection that we experience after that prayer. In fact, and you know that when you hold each other's hand, there's a form of body contact. So it just works some kind of magic that I can't even explain.
Yes, so as I know a lot of people, once they were in a relationship, even over the phone, they do pray.
Yeah.
But sometimes something just happens, they get married and they start praying individually. Of course, we should all have our individual time with God. But essentially that now that you are married or now that we are married, they say it's 2, or 1 plus 1 equals to 1.
Yes.
That's the calculation.
Yes.
1 plus 1 equals to 1. So if 2 of us together were 1, then we should be able to come together and pray together.
Yeah.
So, and I believe that also will enhance our level of communication, because if we do talk together, then before we pray, we would have talked about certain things that we want to talk to God about.
Yeah.
So there are some certain part of our marriage, of our family, of our lives that they are a little beyond our ability or our grasp, that we just want to talk to God about. So we should have communicated within one another or within each other before we now bring it to God. So praying together definitely helps you to bond together as a couple. All right, my wife, what do we have next?
We have exercise or walking together. Yes.
Okay, so my wife initiated me into going out for morning walk. Okay, I wouldn't say she initiated me. I usually do that, of course.
I did.
I did do that thing.
And when I met you were not exercising, so I
was exercising. Me, that I was going to the gym. I was gymming.
Which gym?
I was gymming. Okay, so we found out that going out together as a couple really helps to bond relationship a lot.
It helps.
Like that morning period when you're just walking together, jogging together. That some kind of topic just come out of the blues that we just get to talk about.
Yes. I know we're discussing a lot of things that maybe if we're just in the house we wouldn't have even get to talk about. And I think we started that even while we're dating.
Yes, I think as we were preparing to get married,
yes.
we started that. So I would jog from my house and go and wait for her at a junction, and then she would join me.
Yeah,
then
we jog together.
But man, I suffer that time. So because now she they go gym, me I they go gym. So we would jog together and walk together and gist to her place of gym. Then I would drop her there and only me will not start coming back. But that period really helped us to strengthen our relationship, because we talk, even as we were preparing for the marriage, when we were working together, we start talking about, okay, what do we wear for our wedding? What kind of wedding clothes do we want to do? What do we want? What kind of memories do we want to create? Like, we just keep talking about things that really help us to build our relationship. Then, so I think going out together in the morning, if you can't jog, just walk.
Yes.
I think it does a lot of magic.
It does.
I really can't explain it, but man, it does. It does.
Yeah, and okay, we actually moved into a new place, so the environment was actually new. So we're trying to understand the environment before we start going out to exercise. And I know that at some point I was even talking to my husband. I was like, I'm feeling like you're far away from me, because I'm used to be going out, walking together or jogging together and having conversations together. So not getting that was just feeling like there was something missing. And the thing is, exercise helps a lot, even with your mental being, right?
Yeah.
It helps you to stay sound, even in the family, as a couple. Yeah.
So if you're a man, your wife goes to exercise and you're not going to exercise, your conscience will judge you.
Yes.
And if you're a woman, your husband is going, you're not going, your conscience will judge you. Because you guys are supposed to be doing this together. So you're supposed to be together, because it's really going to help you strengthen your relationship. Trust me. If you have not started trying it, please just give it a shot. You're going to enjoy it. Alright, what else do we have in our list?
Gossiping and gisting together. Father Lord. Yeah, someone said, if married people table your matter, your one don't finish. Like, they would dissect and finish you.
So the thing is this, when you have a partner, even if you're in a relationship, definitely you guys have to gossip, because when you are gossiping,
it's sweet.
Like,
it's sweet.
Now there are different kind of gossip. Please don't get it twisted. So we're not saying that you should start talking bad about other people. No, that's no issue. So there are a lot of things that we gossip about. We are not going to give you the full details of that. But when you gossip together, like for instance, I'm out and I just see something that interests me. I want to just get home and tell my wife about it.
Like, he can't wait. Sometimes they're from the door. Baby, where are you?
Like for instance now, this morning I went out to throw trash. I came back, I just sat in the car I was just checking on Facebook, then I saw a video. I watched the video. The video was so interesting. I just ran for my sack. I said, "My wife, come and see, come and see." And then she watched it. We laughed about it, and then we started talking about it. And imagine how that can strengthen your relationship.
Seriously.
It may look a little bit out of the blues, but men, that little moment that you spend talking and gisting about that particular topic, it's really going to strengthen your relationship.
Can change a lot.
All right, my wife, what do we have next?
Work together.
Okay. Now this one is a little bit dicey. It may be a little out of your control because, of course, before you got married, maybe you already have where you're working. She has where she's working. We wouldn't say people should just collapse your work together. Maybe a little bit out of your hand. But if you can, if it is within your capacity, I think it's really going to help you guys to work together. Working together as a way of strengthening you, because at that point you know how your finances is working. We've not really talked about finance in our episode. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. So, but it's really going to help you to know how to manage your family, the things you need to buy, how you need to manage your money. It's really, if it is within your capacity. I think, my wife, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, and that's working together. You know, there are some times where you draw my attention to this. You say, this thing is not working. Let's do this. Let's do that. Anyhow, that's working together. Make us have conversation. Yes, we might. It kind of strengthens the bond because we are talking about something. Yes, so it might not be we talking about maybe romantic life or whatever, but you're conversing about something. And again, for that working together, maybe you are in a different sector of life. Your husband is working in a different organization, working in a different organization. But when you come back home, you can discuss things that have happened in your office. Yes, this was what happened in my office today. This one happened, and then he too brings. It's a way of utilizing the whole work experience to create bond. Yes. So what you've experienced that day, it can actually bring you guys together. Okay. So, and to my married man friend, let me just give you a little tip before we wrap up for this episode. Time is a little bit fast spent. Let me just quickly give you this tip. If you and your wife are working in different organizations and you guys come home in the night and your wife comes to pour a particular frustration on you, maybe about a working colleague, please do not try to analyze the matter at that point. Support your wife. First of all, yes, so
whether she's wrong or she's right. Me, I'm telling you from experience. Whether she is wrong, first of all, gossip about that guy.
Yes.
See, dissect the guy. Then later, maybe the next day, you can say, hey, that matter yesterday, I was thinking about it. Maybe you could have just done it this way. Yeah. But you see that moment when she was pouring her frustration, if you just try to be objective, she could just see you to support the guy.
Mm-hmm. In fact, at that point, it's good you just listen.
Just listen
just
and
listen.
say,
just be nodding. Mm-hmm.
Why will Mr. A do that kind of thing to you? That's not acceptable. Why? Just support your wife at that point. Listen to her, support her. Maybe the next day you can now analyze the whole thing.
Yeah.
But at that point, I beg in the name of God, don't try that. All right. So what do we have in our list?
So we have being in the kitchen together. I think I love that part.
She will love that part.
Yes.
Why would you love that part?
Because sometimes you need someone to just help you cut
Carrots,
green beans, sausage.
So my work in this house is carrot cutter. I cut carrots. All right. So of course, being in the kitchen, there is no way that you'll be in the kitchen with your wife that a conversation will not spark up.
Yeah.
Definitely, a conversation will spark up. You guys will get something to talk about. It's just going to come out of the blues. And that time, just gisting together in the kitchen may even be more enjoyable than eating the food.
Mm-hmm. In fact, it tells that you care. Yes, it just tells the woman that this man cares.
Sometimes men, we just don't want to enter that kitchen.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, we know just want that the food we just wait for. But my guy, it actually helps a lot to be in the kitchen with your wife. If you're not doing anything, just carry chair and sit there with her.
Yes.
Conversation is going to spark up.
Just gist with us.
Definitely. All right. Is that all we have in our list?
Okay, we have read together.
Okay, so we are a family that read books. Yeah. So if you don't read books, watch movies together, go out together, just do something that will spark up conversation. so that you guys can build your bond.
Yeah.
So it is our desire that your relationship, your marriage thrives. Alright?
And I remember a few days ago, my husband came with a book, and he said he wants to read to me so that I'll sleep. Like I'll just sleep while he reads. And I was like, I usually watch that in movies where parents are reading to their children to sleep. I have never experienced it. So it was like, yes, please do that. And he read to me and I slept. And I think that day I had a very good dream.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to have a very good dream. So the thing is, being a husband, you have to be creative.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just want to think about what can I do for my wife that she's going to appreciate.
And sometimes it's the little things that matter.
Yeah, they actually do.
Little
So
things.
thank you so much. Our time is a little bit fast spent. Thank you for staying with us to this moment. We hope that you find value in this video. If you do, please subscribe to our channel, like the video, click the notification button, and of course share our video. Let other people gain value from what we share. Thank you so much for sticking with us on our page, on our YouTube channel, Green Flag, Red Flag. We'll see you next time.
Guys.
We love you.
We love
Peace
you.
out. Mwah.